Kevin, another game and another 3-0 win. It's becoming quite a habit, this. What impressed you most tonight?
Again, I just think the attitude of the players. We've not played on a Tuesday night for a while, and I think when I first came in, it felt like it was a bit of a problem with coping with the fitness and the demands put on playing 3 games in a week. But I think the way that the players have prepared for this game in terms of looking after themselves. Had a brilliant session yesterday in terms of recovery. All the things that we're introducing, they're all taking on board, and it's giving them the best opportunity to go and put on another really impressive performance. Against a team that's not played for a couple of weeks, so expect to be a lot fresher. But we're still finishing games really strongly. And I think credit to the players really, because I thought that was one of the best performances we've had for a while, really, in terms of the way they controlled the game again and the goals we're scoring, looking really solid at the back. It was a really good performance. Really proud of the place today, actually. Yeah.
We mentioned on Saturday about the individual quality within the team, and that was evident in the goals tonight. We'll start with Dion Charles. He's created quite a lot of goals recently, and he's scored 2 excellent goals in the past few games. How pleasing is it to see him rewarded in that way?
Again, it's the way the sort of background he's come from at Fleetwood and stuff, and the levels that he's brought to the club, the way he trains and conducts himself throughout the week. The professionalism that he adds is kind of what we want to bring to the club. Elliot's come from the same sort of club as well, so he's been absolutely outstanding for us, adding goals as well. We're always capable of scoring goals from his record, so pleasing for him to get a couple now. He's up and running, and I think get that first goal, and then it gives him that confidence to go on and score. And he's always going to create chances. He's a real handful, bags and bags of quality. And I think I'm saying in there, I'd love to have been a striker playing with the likes of him, and Jordan Richards down the right as well. We've got quality with Dawson coming on, Kells. We've got so much quality now that the strikers are really relishing it, really, and getting the goals to go with it. So loads of positives. I think he's been outstanding, and as I said before, that's why we fought hard to bring him to the club, because we knew what he would bring to the team, and I think he's been outstanding.
No David Morgan tonight, and that seemed to bring about a change in shape. Elliot Osborne probably played a deeper role as one of the midfield too, and that was his performance was rewarded with the goal. That's really good to see. And how did you kind of assess his performance in the centre of the midfield?
Yeah, again, impressive. I think Morgan he's been outstanding this season, so potentially it would have been a massive loss. But again, it was potentially a little bit difficult to pick it, and sort of guess how Telford were going to shape up, because they've been playing a few different formations and trying to find the right blend when you're in a bit of trouble. I've been there myself, changing players and stuff. So it was hard to predict the way they were going to play. So we recognised that early on, myself and John, and we changed our shapes, which again goes down to the flexibility that we have within the team, that we're able to do that now. So we changed that on pretty early, and I think from that point on, after 10 minutes, we started to really come into the game, create a really good chance in the first half, goalie making a few saves. But Elliot was at the centre of a lot of good things, and right behind the free kick there, that's the kind of the quality that he possesses as well. I thought he had a really good all-round game, intelligent runs, good on the ball, range of passing, picking up the second balls and getting us playing. So it's probably his best performance so far. And he's a player that's again going to get only better and better with his age and his attitude that he brings to the squad, and I think that's really important moving forward.
You mentioned some of the chances created in the first half. It was goalless at half time. What was the message at half time? Was it to be patient and the goals will come? Yeah,
we were really pleased. I think we're used to scoring and going in, leading games and going on to control it, but it didn't have much to say in there really, because of what we were seeing. We were very comfortable with the shape and the chances that we created. I think the goalie made 2 or 3 really good saves. They got a really good couple of blocks in there. So there wasn't much frustration there. We were quite happy with what we were seeing, and it was just a message to keep the concentration levels, because with the pitch and the demands, sometimes that can be the first thing that goes and mistakes creep in. But make sure we get all that right, and we always felt we had players to come on if we needed to change it, but we always felt we were going to go on and create chances, and as we've been doing over the last few weeks, finishing the game really strongly again.
Since you've been manager, you've spoken about raising standards. Now tonight was a 6th straight home win, which in itself is raising the bar, because that's a club non-league record. When you look back over the past run of matches since the Chorley game at home, what do you think's been the key to achieving that run of results?
I think there's a lot of things. I think that first win was a huge relief for everyone, including myself. I think I have to give credit to John McCarthy, who's coming alongside me, who's been fantastic in terms of new ideas in terms of the defensive side of things, which you can see with the amount of goals that we're not conceding. We kind of got a good blend between us in terms of the attacking and the defensive side of it. Things. So he's been really important to us. The players that have come in as well that we've added to the squad have lifted the whole group. And there's so many different dynamics in there. There's so many people that want to win football matches, and the slow things that we've been dropping in terms of how we recover, bringing in a bit of yoga yesterday and stuff, and doing the ice baths, making sure everyone eats the right food, looking after themselves away from the pitch, and the way they train. I think the way that they train now, it's been difficult over the last 2 weeks with the weather and things, but they're hungry and they're keen to do well for each other, and I think that's something I've always stated from day one, that the spirit amongst the group is really important, and I think to see the way they play and the way they're battling. They're not having it all our own way. We've come up against some decent teams, and I'm just really impressed by everything I'm seeing from the group at the minute. Finishing the season strong and putting themselves in a really good position. And
just finally, an update on a few injuries. There's been a few knocks in the dressing room lately. Can you update us on the injuries, in particular David Morgan, and it looked like John Worsnop received some treatment during the game?
Yeah, John's just he's a tough fella, John. So he's played through a lot of fractures over the years and things, and he's someone that we're really happy there at the back, but nothing too serious. I think it's just a case of managing him. He's had an Achilles problem, which we just keep on top of and keep making sure he does the right things and stuff. And another clean sheet for him as well, so we're pleased with that, and the pain will go away once he's, I think that's 7 in 11 or 12. He keeps telling us all, so no, he'll be fine.
Well done tonight.
Thank you.
Cheers.